What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So you know we got to get into it. So I want to talk about Jerron Boots Ennis versus Karen. I'm just going to say his first name because I know at some point I'm going to butcher his last name. So let me give you my take on this fight. And I want to give you my take on boxing in general. As I'm giving this my take, this applies to every fighter. Every fighter. Now, for one, Jerron Boots Ennis, he came in there and he fought. He didn't go in there and box like he normally does with the box and mix it up and you know, get inside, outside, inside, mix it up. He just basically came there to like fight. Did he look spectacular? No. Did he look how he normally looks like when he's at his, on top of his game? No. He won the fight, and basically he won it by a wide margin. And people were like, it was a very tough fight. Very, very tough fight. He got hit with a lot of clean shots too. It's called boxing. Also understand something. Karen stepped his game up and fought a different and a much better fight this time. Oh yeah, he fought a much better fight this time. Now, the funny thing is, people that's like one thing you never hear me say is, this guy's the next Roy Jones. He's the next Mayweather. He's the next Ray. I never ever say those things about people. What I always say, you always hear me say, if this fighter becomes the next top guy, the next cash cow, or whatever, right? Coming into their own, but being in that position. Because anybody can fall from grace. We've seen guys who look spectacular early in their career, and before they hit 30, they don't look the same at all. Riddick Bowe. You understand what I'm saying? Mildred Taylor. Yeah, who else we got? Jermaine Taylor. You know, we have several people that we can look at. There's more, okay? But bottom line is, you look at Boots, he doesn't look his very, very best this past weekend, right? But at the end of the day, he's honest about it. Bozzy's honest about it. That he didn't look his very best. But regardless to why, I can tell you part of it was this. Even for Bozzy saying that, well, Jerron probably wasn't really up for this fight because he really didn't want to fight the dude again, whatever. Okay, here's my thing on that is, even if that's the case, you took the fight. So when you take the fight, you have to be prepared. That's your job. But when you look at it's nothing but hate coming towards Boots. You know what's funny is Terrence Crawford sent him a text, right? He didn't try to disrespect Boots at all. He simply told him, like, when you're aiming for the top, all it takes is one slip up. Basically what he's telling him, right? That same thing applies to Terrence Crawford and everybody else. Why the hell do you think that Terrence Crawford only wants to fight Canelo or a rematch with Errol Spence? Because he knows, bottom line, like he said, one slip up, that's all it takes. Y'all keep talking about Boots ain't ready, he ain't ready. So my question to all of you motherfuckers, when did y'all become such pussies, man? When did y'all become so pussy that all of a sudden now he ain't ready? The motherfucker's 27 years old. What do you want this motherfucker to do? Wait till he's fucking 30, and then if which I doubt very seriously, that Terrence Crawford is still around. Oh, now that Terrence Crawford's 40, oh, now let's fight. Y'all talking this shit right now. If Boots and Terrence Crawford was to fight right the fuck now, and Boots won, the first thing that the Terrence Crawford fans is going to say is, well, Crawford got old. You don't know what Crawford would have looked like against Karen at night. You don't fucking know that. We can assume shit. How many times have we assumed? I just did a video saying it's never a fucking double standard. Usyk gets knocked down by a body shot, got hurt, got folded, and pretending it was low, but, all the Usyk fans want to pretend that, but he, like he really got hit in his nuts, like your fucking eyes don't work all of a sudden. Okay. We saw Inoue get dropped in the first round by a dude. This guy, Luis Nery. Who the fuck knew Luis Nery? He's a nobody in boxing in terms of who knows him. Okay? The fact that he got up and won the fight is what matters to me, not the fact he got dropped. But it's so funny that Schofield gets dropped. All of a sudden, oh, the kid's overrated. He's been exposed. It's like, you motherfuckers love to play this whole, let's pick and choose who's exposed, who's overrated, who, right? But at the end of the day, somebody that made a dumbass comparison by saying, yeah, but two people made a stupid-ass comparison saying, oh, but Usyk and Inoue, what do you call them? Certified Hall of Fame battlers. Okay, that makes it worse then. Because at their status, they shouldn't have got dropped by opponents that was considered not on their level. Your fucking point works against you, not for you. So here we go with Boots, who at least dropped the dude, didn't finish him, but, they make it sound like Boots' skills are deteriorating or something. Some people, like somebody told me, it's like, yo, Dante's Boxing Nation was saying that he's not ready and he never will be ready. I said, that's Dante Boxing Nation's opinion. What the fuck does that have to do with the reality of what the fuck is actually going on? Crawford got dropped back in the day by a motherfucker that people feel like he shouldn't have got dropped by. The people talking this shit is not the ones in the ring. And when you look at it, right, like I said, Inoue just got dropped. So basically, in boxing, see how y'all flip-flop? You have to either dominate a whole fight in order to be considered a great fighter, or you just have to knock everybody out, and then people saying, but we don't know what'll happen if he's tested. We don't know what'll happen if this happens, if that happens. Look, man, every fight is going to be different. You're always going to have someone that, they can switch up things and do things in a different way, which is what we saw happen. The dude stepped his game up, and Jerron decided, I'm going to go in there and just fight. When you go in there and decide to bang, you risk the chance of getting hit more. You risk the chance of getting knocked out. You see, but yet, y'all sit here and complain when the guy goes in there and box, oh, he's boring, he don't mix it up enough, oh, he don't this. But then when the guy go in there and does it, it's oh, he's not ready. Y'all are some flip-flopping motherfuckers out there. For real, y'all are. Y'all flip-flop all over the place. Terrence Crawford, for example, let's look at something. When Crawford got dropped back in the day, think of any fighter that used that against him. Oh, you got dropped by such and such, right? Errol Spence even told Terrence Crawford that. You got dropped by such and such, right? Look at what Crawford accomplished after all of that. So when a guy doesn't look his best, y'all automatically want to write a fighter off. Oh, y'all just talk shit. And that's because y'all motherfuckers, honestly don't know shit, man. Y'all just say shit based on who you like and don't like. I'm telling you, from what I see, Boots has the tools to beat Crawford. Am I guaranteeing you he beats Crawford? No. Just like I told you, Caleb Plant got the tools to beat Canelo. It's how he put it together once they fight. And the one thing we knew that Plant couldn't do, and we've seen him do it every fight, is that's get tired. Because once he gets tired, he completely falls apart. That's when he's there. Plant looks good when he's fresh. When he gets tired, it's like, damn, he starts getting cracked. And he can't do anything about it, And he's not the most defensive guy, but, Caleb Plant, he is a complete fighter. But I never told you, oh, he's definitely going to defeat Canelo. Just like I'm not telling you that Jerron Ennis is definitely going to defeat Boots, and I'm not telling you that Crawford would defeat that either one of the guys would defeat each other. I'm saying we know Crawford got the skills, but Boots had the skills too. What's the difference with Crawford? He's proven himself over and over. And for a long time, Crawford was getting criticism as well. You not fighting nobody, you this, you that. What your boy racist Lopez just said about him. All the guys that Crawford beat is at the end of their career, they washed up, they nobody. He's running his mouth talking shit, right? So it's funny because you all seem to forget every fighter has had nights. Not just one night, have had nights where they didn't look the same. They didn't look at their best. And as soon as somebody don't look their best, you all who sit up on a fucking couch all day sucking fighters' dicks talking about who's who, y'all quick to start talking shit. It's not about having an opinion. It's the way y'all be talking this shit. It's like, motherfucker, y'all never even got punched in the face before. So you don't even know what the fuck it feels like. You don't know what it feels like to even go through a training camp. So when you talk that goofy shit, it's like, look, and it's not about a Jerron Ennis thing. It's everybody. Every fucking fighter that gets knocked down or just don't have the best night, all of a sudden he ain't shit. Wasn't it all you motherfuckers that was talking about Shakur, the only fucking one that could beat Tank Davis? He goes in there, have a performance where he basically ran all night and didn't throw any punches. You same motherfuckers, yo, Tank could destroy that guy. Yo, he ain't shit. Oh, he's overrated. He's like, you motherfuckers. Y'all all said the same shit about Tank one time. Tank can't fight. Tank fighting nobody. Tank ain't this. Tank ain't that. Tank's overrated. Now all of a sudden, Tank's one of the top 2, top 3 guys on the fucking in boxing. So all of a sudden now, if you don't have the best performance, you ain't shit. Listen, when Daniel Dubois went into that fight with Usyk, he was considered a quitter. He's a quitter. He quit before, he'll do it again. He's a quitter. That's what he was called. I didn't label Dubois as a quitter. I said, hey, the dude said something felt different. It wasn't just like getting punched in the eye and my eye swelled up, something, and we see he wasn't lying, right? Okay. But bottom line is, he quit. Right? He quit. He decided, all right, something's wrong. I don't want to lose my eye. But he had a reason. That's the reason, still regardless of what his reason is, he quit, right? So, you all made it sound like he don't have the heart to fight. What happens? He goes in there. Now, he might find himself in a tough fight again, where shit's not going his way again. He might do this same fucking thing again. See, what I don't do is put fighters on pedestals. I like certain fighters more than others, but they're all just human beings to me. That's it. Because that's what they are. That's what they are. They're just human beings. So I don't put people on no pedestal like they can't be beat. I'm saying, when you look at Boots, even if you don't fucking think Boots can beat, so fucking what? All right, for that matter, y'all don't think nobody can beat Boots. For that matter, people don't think anybody can beat Canelo at 168. For that matter, people think nobody can beat Usyk. So that means they're not supposed to fight anybody? So if Boots isn't good enough, then who the fuck is then? So when Crawford says, okay, well not even Crawford. Well, Crawford said it to Teofimo, come up and fight Madrimov, right? It doesn't make a difference. Crawford know that shit's not gonna happen, and Crawford know he has no interest in fighting Lopez for what? What does he gain out of fighting Teofimo? Crawford doesn't need this little motherfucker. Teofimo's trying to stay relevant. That's what he's trying to do. Okay, but at the same time, it's still a pick and choose situation. Just like, before I get into that, for Crawford, he don't even have to fight anymore in terms of accomplishments and what he's done in his legacy. It's just up to him. For whatever reason, he just want to keep fighting if he does. But Crawford only wants the big paydays, man. So Crawford right now is in a position of, I don't think him and Boots ever fight. So right now, Bazzi's saying that they're going to 154 because it's like all of a sudden now, it's like they're not, if they're not able to get, fight for undisputed, which is what they want to do, they're going to 154. Okay, so here's the deal. Let's say, because the fans are saying, okay, Boots got to fight Madrimov first. Now, if he goes in there and knock Madrimov out and Crawford still don't fight him, what y'all going to say? Now, if he was to lose, we already know it's going to be, okay, see, he can't beat Madrimov. Do you guys not realize that Crawford got criticized for that Madrimov fight? And I'm like, what's the criticism? Did he look spectacular? Nope. His performance wasn't no fucking better than fucking Boots' performance overall. To be honest with you, he got criticized. And I said no, and I wasn't one of the people that criticized him. I did say, and I mean it, now it wasn't a spectacular performance, but he won, and he won by a wide margin. But everybody tried to make that fight sound like it was so close. They did the same shit to Boots. Did you hear the scores? 116, 112, stuff like that, 116, 130, whatever. He won the fight by a wide margin, man. Stop with the bullshit. The fact that he got hit more than what you used to see him get hit, yeah. But at the same time, this dude, Karen, see how y'all are? Y'all said this dude, Karen, really could box, yo. He had dude confused. Karen went from boxing to running. Karen came in this time and said, I got something to prove. So instead of y'all giving this dude credit, like y'all tried to hype this Superman story up about Madrimov, see, the whole point with Madrimov was this. Crawford's going to 154. Okay, big deal. How many fucking weight classes did Pacquiao jump? How many weight classes did Floyd go up? Roy went all the way to heavyweight and fought John Ruiz. So, yeah, he did that. It's not to take credit from Crawford. The point, what I'm saying is, that Superman shit about Badramov is the best fighter in the division. You telling me a motherfucker with 11 pro fights is the best fighter in the fucking division? You see, this is the whole thing with all of that. You look at the fact that Crawford, he wants the Canelo fight, right? He wants the payday as well. At the same time, for anybody to hype up, notice you don't hear Crawford talking about Madrimov is better than no fucking Canelo. It's these idiot fans, these idiot fan channels. Madrimov has better upper body movement. He's more elusive. He's more, right, he just can't land punches, right? Yeah. So he's better at running than Canelo. He's better at being evasive, right? Yeah, stop that shit. Canelo would knock Madrimov the fuck out, and y'all know that shit. And listen, at the end of the day, let's say he doesn't knock Madrimov, which I think he knocked Madrimov's spark out. But let's say he didn't knock him out, right? Canelo fans is going to have as much to say in defense of Canelo as Crawford fans have in defense for him. My thing is, I say fuck y'all Canelo fans, fuck y'all Crawford fans. It ain't about what the fuck y'all delusional motherfuckers say. I'm looking at the reality of two fighters. Now, in my opinion, I don't think Crawford or Madrimov beats him at 168 pounds. Would I want Crawford to win? Yes. Do I think he actually wins? No. And I know you're going to have channels, like I've heard people saying, Canelo is afraid of black fighters. Yeah, he just may be. But I tell you what. Nobody in their right mind had a reason to think he was going to beat Charlo the way he did. You know what people are not understanding? Yeah, it's up to the fighter to dig down and come in there and do what you trained to do. And that's fight. But Canelo helped him make his mind up early. Charlo felt something. And who did I want to win? Of course, Charlo. But Charlo felt something early that made him say, nah, I don't want to feel that shit again. This motherfucker's strong. So it doesn't make a difference. Now y'all going, oh, well, he won't make the same, Crawford won't make the same mistakes Charlo. How the fuck do you know that? You do not know what the fuck will happen. That's why I say, we do not know what's going to happen until a motherfucker get in that ring and that bell rings and they fight. At the end of the motherfucking day. You know what's so funny? You motherfuckers don't think Floyd would have beat Golovkin. And I laugh at y'all. I laugh at Stephen A. Smith. I'm like, man, Golovkin can punch. He's flat-footed. There's nothing special about Golovkin, man. Golovkin's just a strong, one-dimensional, come-forward type fighter. I think Floyd could completely outclass him. I don't give a fuck about y'all saying, oh, it was boring. So what? You can say what the fuck you want to say. At the end of the fucking day, y'all don't think Floyd could beat Golovkin, but somehow, y'all think Crawford can move all the way up. And he came from lightweight just like Floyd did. And y'all think that he can come all the way up to 168 and beat Canelo. But y'all didn't think that Floyd could beat Golovkin. Y'all some really sick-minded, like flip-flopping ass hypocrites, man. The shit that y'all say. And you can talk the shit you want. Crawford defense is not nearly as tight as Floyd's. Because Floyd can make you miss on the outside or the inside. On the ropes, he's comfortable anywhere. So even when he's moving, he's dictating the pace, whether I dictate when I stop, when I move, when I fight, when I back off. I even make you throw punches you don't want to throw. Now, my point with all of that, every fucking fighter that gets in that ring, their opponent has as much chances of winning as they do. If a motherfucker is on top of his game, there's always two. That possibility is going to be a mismatch. Y'all sitting up here trying to fucking make yourselves believe that Madrimov is better than Canelo. Y'all need to be a fucking ashamed of yourselves. All of this shit just to pump Crawford up to build him up. Crawford don't need that fake ass acknowledgement. Crawford's not stupid. Crawford know damn well Madrimov is not on the same level as no fucking Canelo. See, Crawford knows this. You delusional fans don't. So even when Crawford says, I'm at the point in my career I can do whatever I want, I don't give a fuck about what nobody say or what nobody feels, fuck them. Did Crawford say, I'm at this point where I can do whatever I want in my career? Okay, I don't care what nobody feel or say except for my fans. No. No, he didn't say that. he's going to do what he's going to do because he see the criticism that people give him. But at the same time, like he said, he feels that he's at a point where he can do whatever he wants. I don't agree with no fighter says that shit. Unless you have no belts and you're not holding up the division and then you're just fighting people that people don't really give a fuck about seeing you fight. Then you can go do whatever. Then you can go do whatever. I give you an example of something else. Blair Cobb comes into the post conference and he's offering, he wants to fight against Boots. Who really believes that Blair the Flair Cobb has a chance to beat Boots? And did you hear what his comparison was? Who else can you say knocked out Adrian Broner's tooth? And Eddie Hearn had to remind him, man, look, Adrian Broner was washed beyond his years. He's washed. And okay, and what is Blair Cobb talking about? How he went viral. Who can you say that's out there that's going viral and who this and that? And, the world wants to see Blair the Flair Cobb. Who have you ever heard say they want to see Blair Cobb versus Jerron Boots Ennis? Now, if Jerron Boots Ennis was to take this fight, see, it was okay when Adrian took it and he beat Adrian. But I guarantee you, if Jerron Boots Ennis took this fight, see, it was okay for Adrian, even though y'all was lying, telling yourselves Adrian's still the same Adrian. Right. Y'all right. He was the same Adrian, just not the version y'all was talking about. But at the same time, I guarantee you, if Jerron Ennis take a fight with Blair Cobb, y'all motherfuckers are going to criticize, man, he fighting this chump-ass Blair Cobb. That's the shit y'all going to say. Now, Blair Cobb is already trying to make it Philly versus Philly, right? What has Blair Cobb done to earn a shot at Boots? And if you guys can agree with that, then what the fuck are you talking about when you say Boots hasn't he's not ready, he hasn't earned anything? What the fuck? What do you mean he hasn't earned anything? At the end of the fucking day, it's like this. Hopefully, people will get the heart to want to fight Boots now. Because he's avoided. People don't want to fight him. And trying to hide behind the excuse about him not being ready or whatever. Crawford is just in a different place in his career. I don't think he's afraid of Boots, and I don't think Boots is afraid of him. Look, Errol Spence with being called what? The boogeyman, right? That's what everybody was calling him, the boogeyman. Nobody wants to fight Errol. Yeah, it was a time nobody was calling out Errol. Once Errol had a fight where Errol didn't look the same, first thing came out of motherfucker's mouth, oh, I'll fight him. Yeah, that's a pussy-ass move. Because what you saying is, oh shit, okay, I can beat this dude. I see holes in his game. I could beat this dude. I'll fight him now. Yeah, okay. I found something I could exploit. Didn't Charlo say that same thing about Canelo? What happened? Okay, not only that, right? But if it take you to find something in a guy that you see as a weakness, now all of a sudden you got mouth and you want to fight, you soft. It's soft. Because at his best, you was afraid to fight. After the car accident and everything, people felt like he can't be the same. Fans and fighters. But Errol Spence came back and showed heart. Never came out to fight no tune-up, nothing. Always nothing but the top dudes. And Errol Spence got nothing but grief. Oh, man, he overrated, he this, he that. Okay, so, listen. He had his nights where he didn't look so good. Crawford had his nights where he didn't look so good. Every one of these motherfuckers, Gervonta, Tank Davis, all of them. You know what I'm saying? All of them. So, the funny thing is, if Schofield dominating the fight and getting dropped, but was in a good fight, if Inoue, anybody, that even for Ennis, Gerard Ennis, my thing is like, so what is a good fight to y'all then? Because according to y'all bullshit logic, you're not supposed to get hit at all. But when Floyd was doing that, he was boring. Y'all just love to run your mouth. My thing too, let me compare the two fights. When Crawford got in there with Madrimov, my thing was him being cautious, dictating the pace, Madrimov being the bigger, stronger guy, right? Like y'all said, did y'all ever see him overpower Crawford? Even one time. Did y'all see him fight him like, I'm the big dude in here? No. I guarantee you Canelo won't be as cautious. Put it like this. I'm not saying Canelo would be unprofessional and go in there and fight wildly. I'm saying I guarantee you he wouldn't be as cautious against Crawford as Madrimov was. He wouldn't. Canelo fights patiently, but he's going to rip shots to the body. He's going to make Crawford feel his power. He's going to make him, and he's going to test him early. He's going to let him see, okay, I'm the big dog here. Let's see what you got. We know you slick and you know, like the slick box and all that. Crawford doesn't have enough power to really bother Canelo. Canelo has already been hit by much bigger punches. And the thing with Crawford, y'all keep fucking forgetting, he's 37. And I'm watching Crawford. Crawford does not move on his legs the way he used to. You know why he's able to move and do the things he did against Madrimov? Because he's just that much better than Madrimov. And Madrimov is not even on his level, man. Was it an overwhelming performance? No. The only difference with his performance is the fact that he's been a two-weight division undisputed champion, so he's proven himself. But in terms of the performance in that particular fight, no, it wasn't an overwhelming performance. He won the fight, and that's really the best thing you can say about it. Nothing, really much of nothing went on. Okay, so for him to have the same type of performance, and he didn't knock Madrimov down. So now if Boots goes up to 154 like he's saying, and they like, fuck it, we just going to try to unify and become undisputed there. Cool. I guarantee you, like I said, if he goes in there and he knocks Crawford out, he knocks Madrimov out, Crawford's still not going to fight him unless there's big money, the type of money Crawford is asking for. Whatever money he got fighting Madrimov, he won't fight Boots for that same amount of money. That's why he already said $20 million if you want me to fight Boots. So if Boots is not a big fucking deal, why the fuck is Crawford making such a big deal about fighting him? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he ain't make no 20 fucking million to fight no goddamn Madrimov. For damn sure. So it's not even about the challenge right now for Boots, for Crawford. Crawford just wants to cash out. And like he said, the only fucking two people he's looking at is a rematch with Spence. Well, why? Why? Because of the money. Now, let me ask you something. Do you really think that Spence deserves the rematch? If you base it on the fact that he gave Crawford the shot, no, they was giving each other the shot. Because Crawford had some real estate in that shit too. See, he had one of the belts while Spence had the other three. So they came together to fight. Who was the bigger draw? Who was the bigger name at the time? Errol Spence. Now, if it's about, okay, fuck it, man, we gave each other the shot, why not do it again? Okay, cool. But what I'm saying, based on Errol Spence's fucking performance, do you fucking want to see that shit again? And not only that, now Crawford fans don't give a fuck because they like, yeah, he gonna beat him again. But based on that fucking performance that Errol Spence gave, right? Let's be real. You don't think fucking Boots would have knocked his ass out or beat him just as bad? Oh, yeah. And you got to understand, the way Spence fought that night, Spence was throwing wild-ass haymakers. He was fighting like a ranked amateur, man. So Crawford's sitting there like, oh, I'm going to pick this dude apart easy. Okay. You going to fight like that? So at the end of the fucking day, if we're going to sit here every time somebody just don't look the same, even it don't matter, because even when Boots looks spectacular, y'all still saying the same shit. He's just not ready. He's not ready. It's, I'm going to tell you what this shit is. And you sound stupid because the same way, that like Canelo, he sit there and try to shit on Benavidez and say Benavidez ain't fight nobody. He's done nothing, just one champion. So why you asking for $200 million? Why? You telling me that this motherfucker fought Edgar Berlanga, right? He fought Edgar Berlanga. He fought Caleb Plant, which got beat by also who got beat by Benavidez, afterwards anyway. But bottom line, he fought him. He fought all these other dudes that's not on the same level as Benavidez. But yet, he wants $200 million to fight Benavidez. Are y'all too stupid to understand why? Do y'all not understand the threat? If it was truly about, I'm not going to fight another Mexican, it don't matter how much money. If it's about standing on principles, if this is what he believes in, he don't give a fuck how much money, he wouldn't do it. I'm not going to fight another Mexican. Didn't he just do that, though? Against Jaime Munguia? So this is my point. So if let's just say, for example, if I'm Boots, this is what I say. My career is my career, right? You're not going to dictate it. But here's the deal. Let's make this deal. I'll fight Madrimov based on I win, you're next. That's what I would do if I was Boots. Because now, There's no, because if you just say fight Matt Ramon first, he could do the same thing Spence did to him. Remember Red Hoodie Spence? Huh? Go get a belt. Remember he told him go get a belt first? Then we can fight. You too small, man. You too small. If we fight after I beat him, they're going to say you too small. He too small. He too light in the ass, right? Then what happened? What did Red Hoodie Spence say? Sean Porter got a belt too. Sean Porter, why not take the easy route and go fight Sean Porter? Right. Why not take the less dangerous fight, and go fight Sean Porter? But then Spence went in there, and then the fight wasn't nearly as easy as Spence thought it was going to be, because Spence don't know how to fight a disciplined fight. That's why when he said out of his own mouth, I could box and jab, move and all that stuff, but that's boring to me. I just want to get in there and mix it up. See how abandoning your boxing and jabbing and moving, how it worked against you against Terrence Crawford? This is why you always need to be a all-around balanced fighter. But you know what? Different styles make the sport exciting. It's just that people just don't know how to fucking appreciate it. Just like Pitbull Cruz. I forget the dude name he fought, but look at what happened. Hardly anybody thought Cruz was going to lose that fight. Dude went there and completely outboxed Pitbull all night long. Well, who saw that fucking coming? Yeah, it's easy to run your mouth afterward. Y'all like the motherfuckers that play the lottery and all your numbers, not one number pop up, and then when the winning numbers come up, oh man, I should have played that easy shit. It was so easy that you couldn't think of it, right? Stop it. Everybody has a night. So is Pitbull Cruz, was he exposed? Is he garbage now? Huh? Was he exposed, or did he just fight a style that he just couldn't overcome that night? Yeah. So this is the shit I'm saying. And the funny thing is, he won the fucking fight. Yeah, they called it a majority decision, but he won the fucking fight, right? And y'all still sitting up here, he ain't ready. No, there's only one way to settle who's the better fighter between two fighters, is by fighting. So yeah, if I'm Boots, I'm saying, if I'm in that situation, I'm like, yeah, okay, Terrence, this is what you're going to do. I'm going to take you up on that offer, a 2-fight deal. I beat him, I'm beating your ass next. Let's put that in ink. Let's let that ink dry. Let's make it right now. I fight him, I beat him, you're next. Not, because at the end of the day, like I said, the same way Terrence Crawford went out and got a belt, and then Errol Spence pulled that, why not go fight Sean Porter? Why not take the easy route? That's exactly what his words was. Why not take the easy route? See, in you fools' minds, you think Madrimov is better than Canelo? Stop that bullshit. Which one of you motherfuckers have been talking about Madrimov since the Crawford fight? So what is Madrimov now? The measuring stick of 154? Oh, at one point I thought he was the best fighter at 154. So if that's the case, that means he's still the second best. So why is he a fucking measuring stick then? Huh? What is he he's the Derek Chisora now of 154? Because this will be the second time somebody suggested. The first time Crawford told Teofimo, go fight Madrimov first. That was the way to shut his little big mouth ass up, because Crawford know he ain't shit. Crawford's not scared of no fucking Teofimo Lopez. He doesn't need Lopez. Lopez, all this talking, it's like, yeah, shut the fuck up. I thought so. You don't want to come up and fight Madrimov. No, everybody want to try to fight to get the biggest paydays they can get. That's all that shit is. And all these motherfuckers know there's a possibility they can fight somebody they're supposed to smoke and then lose. So now the fans are saying, oh, well, why don't Jerron Boots Ennis fight Madrimov? Yeah, fight Madrimov. And if Crawford says that shit, that's what I would do. Yeah, Crawford, check this out. I want that smoke. That's not a bad idea. So you know what? After I beat him, you next. And let's put that in the contract right now. Let's have your people contact my people. Me and you talking right now. Let's make this happen. Now, y'all want to entertain the fans with truth and facts? Go live and do that shit and make it official. See, but y'all motherfuckers are all into this who I like type shit. I don't care about none of that. I like Boots and I like Bud as fighters. You understand? May the best man win. But even if you think, I don't give a fuck if you think Crawford's overrated and you think Boots can beat him. I don't care if you think Boots is overrated and you think Crawford can beat him. It's a fight. That should still happen. If that motherfucker goes to 154 like they're saying, especially, what excuse do y'all have then? All y'all talking is bullshit. He's not ready. I told you motherfuckers, Madrimov is not on Terrence Crawford's level. I told y'all. If you look at the way he fights, Crawford's going to be able to capitalize on his mistakes. The only difference, like I said, these guys are used to being hit by guys that hit way harder than Crawford. So Crawford wasn't able to go in there and like really punish him. He was able to go in there, outbox him and get the win, and that's all that mattered. So for the people that tried to sabotage his win. I'm not one of them. Just like I'm not one of them that's trying to sabotage the win of Jaron Ennis, and like I'm not one that's trying to sabotage. I don't try to sabotage no fighter's win. I'm being honest about, what I see. And just like with Floyd Schofield, went in there and dominated the fight. I mean, did he go in there and look like Floyd Mayweather in his prime? No. Nobody fucking said that. But he looked good. He won. And he's an up-and-coming guy. But people are talking about Schofield like he's some seasoned veteran. This is the shit that I'm talking about, y'all. We keep getting people with all these stupid-ass opinions on shit, and it's just goofy shit. Because, look, I don't give a fuck if Crawford goes in there and he knocks Jaron Boots out and is out. We can't say the fight shouldn't have happened. That's like saying Foreman Frazier shouldn't have happened. Foreman Norton shouldn't have happened. Duran Hearn shouldn't have happened. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, Donald Curry, Milton McCrory shouldn't have happened. Hearns Hagler shouldn't have happened. Because even though it was 3 rounds of action-packed fighting, Hearn still got knocked the fuck out in 3 rounds. So anytime something happens in a fight and a guy doesn't look his very best, and we're going to say that person isn't ready, they're overrated, how many countless times have y'all said that about fighters? And those same fighters right now is in a whole different position. This is why, too, even when I look at Ryan Garcia in Devin Haney's situation, now we already know what happened in the fight. Okay, bottom line, it was a stupid approach for Haney. But we know that the racist, dirty motherfucker was all roided up and cheated and was a lot stronger and didn't make weight. So we already know that shit. Now, here's my thing. Ask the majority of the people who you think win, Lomachenko or Ryan Garcia. And I guarantee you, the majority of the people will say Lomachenko. Now, you telling me Lomachenko couldn't knock Devin Haney out. Lomachenko didn't stop him. He still didn't fought Lomachenko the same way, right? But what did he learn? Aside from Ryan being all roided up and shit, the fact that he couldn't get away from the left hand. This is why you have to stick to your boxing skills and say, fuck these fans. Because you motherfuckers, Devin Haney, you pay attention to this shit. Because see the flip-flopping? The same way you went in there and fought stupidly against Ryan Garcia, but you fought Lomachenko the same way. He didn't go in there and he boxed some, but he went in there and fought toe-to-toe with Lomachenko. So it's obvious, it's smarter. You have to adjust to your opponents according to their skills. What they do good, what they don't do good. You go in there trying to fight for these fans. I'm going to stand there and go toe-to-toe to get a hooray from these fans. No, they're going to turn on you and talk about what you should have did and how you fought stupidly, just like they did in the Ryan Garcia fight. So at the end of the fucking day, skills pay the bills. I've been saying this shit for the longest. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis got all the fucking talent that he needs. How he puts it together against Crawford, that's what it's going to come down to, and vice versa. And my whole thing with Boots' situation right now is the fact that so many people are showing such hate. I've never seen, I don't know when y'all became such pussies, bro, because that's all you motherfuckers are pussy. That's why y'all keep talking this goofy shit. He ain't ready, he got to sit his ass down. So who the fuck should Crawford fight then? Okay, he's not going to get Canelo. Okay? He doesn't want to fight anybody else at 168. He doesn't want to fight anybody else outside of Errol Spence. Didn't we just hear he got the fight with Fundora? Then we heard Spence got the fight with Fundora, and it was going back, right? All this goofy shit I'm talking about, people talking, they're telling you what they want to see, not what actually gonna happen. So Crawford's not trying to stick around too much longer. He already said out of his own mouth, I'm at the tail end of my career. I know factually, okay? I put this on the life of my dead mama. If Crawford goes in there and fight Boots and Boots beat him, and especially could beat him convincingly where it could have went either way, I guarantee, even if it was, that would mean y'all was wrong about how good Boots is. But at the same time, especially if he went in there and dominated, or if he knocked Crawford out. Oh, Crawford was old, man. If they had fought when he was, trust me, those are the excuses you're going to see more than anything else. Oh, man, he could have fought Crawford back in, he waited for Crawford to get on, even though Crawford clearly is the one saying he's not interested. Right now, why is Tank and Loma not fighting? Loma's not interested. He walked away. Why haven't Boots already fought Crawford? Crawford, out of his own mouth, said that he's not interested. Okay? And every time Boots fight, what does Crawford do? He sends some type of tweet. Have you ever seen one saying, me and you next, bro? Okay, then. It's always a reason to not fight him. Crawford knows the same way he told him, all it takes is one slip up. Yeah, that same thing goes for him. Because he could get in there and y'all could, yeah, Crawford going to do this. And all of a sudden, dude beats Crawford. Then it's like, what the fuck happened? And now all of a sudden, guess what? Canelo going, y'all thought this motherfucker could beat me. This is what I'm telling you guys. You don't think that Canelo feels the same way? You don't think that... I'm going to tell you something. Let's just think about life. As a kid, you don't think about dying. You don't think about getting cancer. You don't think about getting sicknesses and illness. You don't think about that. The older you get, and you start seeing it happen to people your age, that's when you, in your age group, that's when you start to really think about shit more. That's when you start to, because when you're growing up, you might have friends that got killed out in the streets, right? Street beef, so wrong place, wrong time, however you want to say it. But I'm talking about now, all of a sudden, you at an age, people getting ulcers and getting cancer and getting, clogged arteries and shit and having heart attacks and all. Now you like, damn, man. Now you start taking your health more serious, don't you? Now you start thinking about things you never used to think about. Now you watching what you put in your body. So it's the same thing with a fighter, man. The younger you are, man, I just want to fight. Man, let's go. I'm ready, baby. I don't give a fuck. And all of a sudden, you winning. Okay, you have some delays, but you winning. This person don't want to fight you, but you win it. Now now you get the fights. And guess what starts happening? Now all of a sudden, you start to see how this monopoly works. And you sitting here looking at your bank account going, man, I've been fighting 8 years already and I still don't have $1 million in the bank. What the fuck kind of shit is this, man? Now you start to try to get, you guys are avoiding you, right? They don't want to fight you. Now all of a sudden, you get that first $1 million fight. Now you get another one. Now you get another one that's way more. And you like, damn. And this is still low compared to what I could get, depending on if I can fight this guy, right? So now you in a different bracket. Let's say you're in a different tax bracket. Let's say it like that, right? What you think happens when somebody was in your shoes, right? And was saying, hey, I want to fight you. Me and this guy, right? What you think happens? The same way you was calling people out and they was avoiding you. But if you fight this guy, you're not going to make the same money. You're not going to make close to what you want to make, right? And what you've been getting already. So what do you think happens? Those fighters sit back and they look and they say, yeah, I know. I was in your shoes at one point. You in the same exact position I was in. You right now, high risk, low reward. That's what Jerron Boots in this is, despite what you fucking delusional non-fighting motherfuckers have to say. I don't care. And this is my point. The argument, okay, and the message, there's no argument from me. I don't do that shit. I'm too much man to be arguing with you motherfuckers. I curse you out and just fucking delete you for acting stupid. Yeah, I don't like talking to stupid people. It's not about having a fucking opinion. It's when you motherfuckers be coming with this, you act like you just got off your knees sucking Crawford or Canelo or sucking these fighters off. Here's what I'm saying. It's not about who could beat who. It's about the principles. Y'all act like such pussies. Y'all act like the certain fights just not supposed to happen. Yet y'all always talking about, see, back in the day, that's what I respect the best for the best. Shut the fuck up. Because when you got the best right now, but they don't all look the same. Look at Anthony Joshua. He looked great. 2 back-to-back fights. Then went in like a ranked amateur against Dubois. You understand what I'm saying? This is the point. It's easy to say what someone is going to do. So when people say, who you think going to win? And I tell you, I don't know. Or, well, okay, it seems like such and such should win. But you never know. Look at Jared Anderson versus Martin Bakole. When we talked about that fight, go back and look at what I said in the videos. Yeah, go back and look at what I said. I can tell you, but you go back and look for confirmation. I said, if we looking basically on a skill for skill level, looking at what I've seen Jared do and how he let his hands go and how he mixes punches up, he mixes shots up better than Bakole. Right? I said, so, I mean, if we basing it on that, who has the better arsenal, I would say Jared Anderson. But what I don't know about Jared, because we know Bakole is battle tested and Bakole can take a punch. He's not afraid to take a punch. He likes to mix it up. I don't know that Jared Anderson has that in him. Was I wrong? Because he didn't have it in him. But Coley beat it out of him. You understand what I'm saying? And he couldn't shift into a different gear and say, okay, let me box smart. No, he kept trying to do the same thing over and over. That was not working. And he eventually got knocked out. So when I say we have to base boxing on a fight-by-fight basis. Now, y'all can sleep on Jaron Boots and it's all y'all want. That's fine. I'm not telling you to like him as a fighter. I'm not telling you anything about that. I'm telling you, me giving you the boxing news. Now, how I see him and how I see a fight